I'm Mike Ziegenhorn with the Holmes organization. Risk manager, work with local businesses, companies here in town, helping them with their employee benefits, and having a great time. I feel like I'm from Tulsa. Moved here in 1980, went to school at the University of Tulsa, graduated from high school in St. Louis, came down here, went to school at TU, and met my wife, who is a native Tulsan. And of course, you know how that is. Wherever the woman's from, that's kind of usually where you gravitate to. And I always loved sports, even as a kid. I mean, played baseball and soccer and basketball growing up. I was always too small to play football, at least as far as my stature was concerned. I'm not that small anymore. I could probably play now. I had a great passion for sports and always loved it. And got involved in broadcasting because I took a speech class in high school, and then they had a radio TV class that you could take. And got involved in that and did some speech and debate, and they actually had a radio division to go along with the speech and debate team and participate in that as well, and kind of just all snowballed from there, and started in Channel 8 in 1988.
7 former OSU basketball players are hooked up with some NBA summer teams. Stevie Graham's in Phoenix, John Lucas at Cleveland, Mo Baker, Melvin Sanders in New Jersey, and Ivan McFarland is expected to sign with the team in the next week or two.
I think sports is important for a lot of kids. It's a driving force behind schools. You look at high schools and everybody goes to a football game on a Friday night, or they go to a basketball game or a wrestling event or a baseball game. There's a lot of camaraderie that goes on, and I think that envelopes sports as a whole. Teaches a lot of valuable lessons, a lot of life lessons, success, failure, working hard, getting ahead, and things don't come easy. If you want to be successful in a sport, you got to really work at it. Still do some freelance work at Channel 47, do some high school football and basketball games. We host a sports show, work with Benny Dixon, who I know you've had on your show, and Benny and I developed a great relationship over the last 15, 20 years. I also run some basketball tournaments on the side. It's fun to watch kids who are in 4th and 5th grade 5 years ago, now they're in high school. And I've seen these kids over the last 4 or 5 years develop. Now I'm watching them play in high school, and eventually some of these kids may go on and play at the collegiate level. So it's kind of cool. When we're doing basketball games on TV, it's like, man, I remember that kid was in one of my tournaments about 4 years ago, and now I'm calling his game on TV.
This ought to be a fun one. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Ziegenhorn, and welcome to Hunter Dwelly Field on the campus of Jenks High School, where tonight the Trojans, on top of their district, are hosting the Broken Arrow Tigers. Benny.
Well, you know, you get to a point in your life and you say, do I want to continue to do what I'm doing for the rest of my life? I was in my mid-40s when I left Channel 8, had been doing broadcasting for more than 20 years at that point. And I said, gosh, do I want to continue to do this for another 20 years? I'll be 65. I mean, it's a great industry. I loved what I did for so many years. I got to go to a lot of great events, but then after a while, it became a 24/7 job. So I decided, you know what, if I'm going to do something else, now's probably the time to make that decision to go ahead and try and do something else and move forward with my life. And that's how I landed here at the Holmes organization, local agency, locally owned. It's been around since 1963. It's great people that work here, welcomed me with open arms and brought me in, and the fact that it's a company that's so well respected in the area, and then the stature that I had in the community, people knew who I was. It opened up a lot of doors, combining both of us together. So that really helped, and it's helped make me successful, and things have gone very well.